and gentlemen, welcome back to Doctor Who Reviews. This week, we are talking about the Series 6 episode, A Good Man Goes to War, as chosen by yours truly last time. Spoiler alert, it rules.
Spoiler alert, you're looking a little different.
I am.
Oh.
So that's your Kuchiri and an artist friend. I've got a Kamen Rider avatar now.
I don't know how they want to be referred by. I just saw like 3 separate names while I was working with them, so I'll just drop all their links and.
Well, Kuchiri's friend, thank you so much. Seriously, this is amazing. Kuchiri surprised me with this just before we started recording, and as you can probably tell from my my voice, I'm kind of blown away by it.
Man, I don't know what that's like at all.
Oh no, not at all. Let me just see if it'll let me present the whole thing, because you can just see like a little preview right now. Where is the thing? Kamen Rider me and allow. Look at that. Look at that.
Kamen Rider me.png.
Well, yeah.
You could have just like been like Kamen Rider Rain, because that's how most of the Kamen Riders are. Like they just use their real name.
I'm just so excited, okay?
Maisie Williams is really looking different in this series of Doctor Who.
For those who don't know, Rain's been part of the Kamen Rider podcast following the most recent series, Kamen Rider Gab. There is a form of Gab called Chokodon. And it's kind of a meme of itself.
We don't need to talk about Chokodon here, but yeah.
Yeah. Sort of a meme of itself. Let me make sure. I also need to make this a lot bigger, but this is what the base for it is. If you can't tell, part of the reason why I picked this form for Rain has nothing to do with the fact that this looks like it's from Texas. Nothing.
No, definitely not Tejas. Kamen Rider Rain, not entirely from Tejas.
Yeah, and the colors are based off the 12th Doctor with the 12th Doctor's screwdriver.
I love it. I love it so much. And the hat. You gave me a magician's hat. I am it's so amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, let's get off the screen now.
By amazing avatar person.
Yeah, thank you. I'll get off the screen now. To my virtual left, he's feeling rage in a cage. It's Freezing Inferno.
Hell in a cell, as it were.
Well, yeah, it's War Games next week, isn't it? But we're recorded next week because Anime Den.
Oh, yes.
Well, capital, actually, not the Anime Den, the capital.
It's very confusing.
Capital of the world? France is going to Japan? What?
Yes, that is exactly where
I'm a Kamen Rider. Wow.
I'm going to get the belt myself and finally give Aruto wings.
God, I wish.
To my virtual. Sorry,
Got missed
go ahead.
out on Banjo game wings in the last batch.
Yeah. Wait,
Banjo getting wings,
Wait, did Cat catch up to the last Kamen Rider things?
I have not.
Uh-oh.
There's incentive.
There's incentive.
To my virtual right. She is machine. She never sleeps. It's concave usurper, better known as Cat.
I resent this allegation. I do nothing but sleep.
Yes, but
In
the
fact,
song lyric
it's
doesn't
cutting
say.
into my sleeping time. So,
But
My body is a machine that turns sleeping into beating Junimo cards.
I apologize. I'll correct that. She is a narcoleptic. It's Cat. No, it's a lyrics to a song. The lyrics do not say "I always sleep." So, And
hey,
finally,
what are we doing?
It's fine. And finally, currently ordering his drinks from Copacabana Beach, it's Kuchiri.
Okay.
At the Copacabana.
I am not a music nerd, so
You are coping and seething.
Why is he coping?
No, I just got linked to that again, and it's just too good to not reference.
Well, you have outdone yourself this week, Rainiac.
I sure have.
You have enabled me to talk about Series 6, my darling, my baby, my beloved.
I know. We all get something we want to talk about, I think.
Underrated fucking season of the show. Impeccable vibes. Impeccable.
And that's all that Frez gets to talk about. That's enough, Frez. You get
he just throws it out.
I love how we just talked about Series 6 episodes, like, what, 4 or
9
5 weeks ago?
Yes, but this is better. This is better than that.
No, but the thing is, like, half the stuff we talked about is going to come up again in this podcast, because it's like, we brought up how, the series part 1 ended with, like, Doctor Who will return and let's kill Hitler. It's like, oh man, I'm hyped for that. 6 months later.
Yeah.
It was 3 months later. And listen. That episode gets better as it goes on. It gets better as it goes on. The back half of that episode actually is kind of fucking.
Can I also point out just how unbelievably metal the teaser at the end of A Good Man Goes to War, it was first shown back in 2011, was? It was just the Doctor's skeletal hand holding the sonic screwdriver with the words "Time runs out."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but this is an interesting thing, this episode. I don't get to go full Series 6 hand because for the uninitiated, I wrote a blog post of some infamy about the silence because I rewatched the entire Matt Smith years and came to the shocking conclusion that the silence are the most inept villains in Doctor Who's history because they literally cause the problem they're trying to solve, and Doctor Who, the man they're trying to kill to solve that problem, has to fix it every fucking time. Oh, the cracks in time? Oh, we blew up a TARDIS and destroyed reality to protect reality from being destroyed. Oh, no. And Doctor Who has to fix it. It's their fault. And then this. Oh, we're going to make an assassin to kill Doctor Who. Oh, no. Time broke because the assassin couldn't do it. Oh, who has to fix it? It's Doctor fucking Who.
Oh.
That voice is amazing, by the way.
Thank you. It did a little number on me. But, here, arguably, we have the silences 1W because they do get away with it in this one. So
in this one, they do, yeah.
So unfortunately, being incompetent idiots, but I do get to talk about another fact that is interesting about the silence, and we'll get into the chronological thing going forward. But this is all time away, which is that when you know where this is going, the entire scheme just takes on this whole other level. So. Cast your mind back to 2013, the time of Doctor. The entire thing is, oh no, there's a crack in time on planet Trenzalore above this happy little Christmas town. If it opens, the Time Lords come out, and it's going to be war. So what does the church decide to do? We want to kill this entire fucking planet. And Doctor Who is like, no, you don't get to kill this entire fucking planet. So this entire sect of people is like, oh, I really want to kill this entire fucking planet. Let's go back in time and kill Doctor Who. And what's absolutely fascinating to me, and continues to be fascinating, is that Moffat... Now, I should preface this by the fact that I do not think Moffat had this ending in mind. There are certain things that don't gel together continuity-wise between this and the whole Trenzalore thing with Time and the Doctor. But if we take it on the principle...
Oh, Doctor Who?
Yeah. Well, even the Doctor Who thing. I'm just talking about the general plan, because there's a few things that don't make quite a lot of sense, but the basic idea is, let me get my train of thought here. Okay, the basic idea is that it's a trolley problem sort of thing. It's a needs of the many. You could write it the way where there's sympathetic villains, where it's like, oh, we really don't want to kill you, Doctor Who, but for the sake of the future, for the sake of stopping the world from going into war, stopping universal war, the second Time War breaking out, you have to be stopped. I don't want to do it, but we have to. You can write it as you could write them as sympathetic villains. Moffat does not do that. They are just like, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt everyone you ever loved, and I'm going to grin while fucking doing it because I hate
Hey, Frez.
you. Yeah,
Frez. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you forgot. Instead of being sympathetic, you could write them as not entirely villainous.
Thank you for the correction, Kat. Thank you for the correction.
You're welcome.
That's true. That's true, but Moffat doesn't do that. And so the silence in this episode, particularly Kavari and the fucking bitch that she is just, I fucking hate you, Doctor Who. Anyway, Ryan, please.
Yeah, I was just going to point out that what you say about they could have been sympathetic villains that are written as sympathetic by Moffat. That's even more jarring when the next episode we have sympathetic villains in the form of the people that run the Tesseract. No, sorry, that's Marvel. That's Marvel. Tesselector. The Tesselector.
What is with all of these fictional properties using weird made-up words?
Mm-hmm.
The Tesselector, where it's like, yeah, we're going to kill someone, but we only because we have to do, and they're basically the sympathetic villains that these guys should have been and aren't.
Well, I wouldn't say should have been. I think they work better as shit-eating incompetence. Frankly, you just really
Shit-eating incompetence.
You look at Kavari and tell me anything other than shit-eating.
I know. I just like the phrase.
Mm-hmm. The Tesselector crew are a more interesting wrinkle of their own volitions and stuff. But we're not reviewing Let's Kill Hitler. That cold open is really something though, because Moffat is doing a very interesting thing.
Oh my god! Can I go on about the cold open?
Oh yes, I've gone on for fucking.
This is no word of a lie. Having watched this again to review this episode, this might be the best cold open in the modern day history.
Holy shit!
It might. I'm sure there was competition because there've been some fantastic cold opens in modern day Doctor Who.
Oh.
But this has got to be up there, surely.
It's so good.
It's epic. I'm sorry to use the word that's been overused too much, but it is epic.
And that's what Moffat is going for. He's going for the epic, but he does cut into that a little as the episode goes on. But we are drowning in the epic, so please.
Oh god! So you basically get the continuation from the end of the two-part Flash episode where Amy's captured with her baby. She's now giving birth to her baby, and she's like monologuing. And she's like, "You're going to have to be very brave, Melody, but not as brave as they're going to have to be." And then she goes on to talk about how this great man's going to come and take them down. And you're absolutely meant to think she's talking about the Doctor,
which that is absolutely drowning in that. It's not just that she's talking about the Doctor. It's the fact that she's alluding to that this man is your father. And for a moment, you're like, what are they really?
Yeah, I know. There? And then Rory shows up in Roman armor. Let's go.
So good.
Rory Williams, you fucking badass.
He might be the MVP of this entire episode.
Well, I mean, you also have the whole thing where, she's like, oh, he's lived for hundreds of years. He's the last of his kind. And you just remembered, 7 episodes beforehand.
Yeah, but when she says, known as the last centurion, oh my god, that hits so hard.
He has come with a message and a question. A message from the Doctor and a question from him. Where is my wife?
Is my wife?
And if you haven't seen the episode, but you fucking seen the episode, why are you watching? He is doing this. He is no selling, just strolling up fucking Big Dick McGee here into a fucking ship of Cybermen. Just go fuck yourself.
And the Cybermen let him do it.
Not even like normal Cybermen. These are like what, Mondasian Cybermen?
No,
they're like, it's like the design from the alternate world in the Tennant era, but I think they're just using it as this universe's Cybermen. I think
they took the Cybers logo off the chest, so it's just like a circle now.
You can probably find a Big Finish or a comic or something where one of the Cybus Industries World Cybermen meets a regular Cyberman, and there's an upgrade, whatever. But they just use this design because that's what they have until they redesign them for Nightmare in Silver.
It's also a great design.
So that it is
a great design of them as well. But I think the design that they used in Series 10 was better. But anyway.
You want to talk about Epic Rain? Talk about how they fucking lead into the...
Oh my god, yeah. So the Cybermen are like not bothered about what is the Doctor's message. And a spaceship blows up in the background.
No, Ray, not a spaceship.
The entire fleet. Half the fleet blows up in the background, sorry.
As Rory stands there, just staring them down, and eventually says, "Would you like me to repeat the question?"
Even better, the music just stops at that point.
Holy fuck!
We have found it. We have
Whole
found peak
episode.
intro.
This whole episode is filled with peak moments like this. It's just so good.
Well, it was a
Also,
mid-series
so sad.
finale. It was a mid-season finale, and my God, did they go into it?
And of course, then you lead into the wonderful thing, which is, when I was a little girl, I had an imaginary friend. No. But I want to talk a bit about, the finale, the stakes of finales for series, because it's all fucking backwards when you think about it, really.
It is.
Because Impossible Astronaut is like bombast to hell, and then Wedding a River Song is like this little cozy denouement of wrapping up the plot line. So it's all flippy floppy, wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, this feels more like a finale than Wedding a River Song.
Well, I mean, Wedding River Song had the whole thing where it's like reality's folding on itself, and yeah, it wasn't up there, but it was still there were still stakes. Just
God, I cannot wait for us to get to that one day.
It is a little less low key. It's a little more low key than this, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you just gotta blow shit up.
And anyway,
blow shit up they did.
It is the year 2011, and Doctor Who is beating the Russo brothers to it early. He is assembling the fucking Avengers.
I was going to say he's putting together a team.
Yeah, even though I don't think we've met any of these characters before.
No,
this is the debuts for all of them. No, Dorian. We met Dorian before, but
the
apart from
Paternosters.
the cameos.
The Paternosters are new, and God bless another
Oh.
notch in this episode's feather. It introduced these three.
Can we also talk about how the in this universe, in Doctor Who's universe, Jack the Ripper is eaten by a Silurian off screen?
I love that.
I made it all up, and
These
it
three
came
is
true anyway.
Fucking amazing.
I made it all up, and it came true anyway. That one's for you. John.
That's literally how she's introduced. By the way, it's like
Love it.
Jack the Ripper will not be bothering anymore. He tasted delicious. Bloody
I
hell!
didn't find him stringy but delicious.
Holy shit, Vastra!
Safe
And
to
also,
say, I will
just
not be needing my
the
dinner.
quiet bit of they're a couple, and it's like yes,
Yeah, they played with this more as the Paternosters come back.
Mhm.
Like,
yes.
I
Sorry,
remember-
Jerry, I was interrupting you there.
Yeah, sorry.
No. No, I was saying suffice to say she won't be needing dinner that night.
Oh yes,
There's a great mini episode that was put out just before the Snowmen in Christmas 2012. Yeah, Christmas 2012, where it's the Paternosters and they're talking to an inspector. It might even be the same inspector for this episode, actually. It could well be. And they like the inspector accepts the fact that Vastra is an alien lizard, and she investigates crimes. And they said, why did you stay on this here? I fell in love. Said, with the Turkish fellow being strapped. No, not with the Turkish fellow that reaches over to Jenny and does expect to have a connection fit.
This is the same bit as the end of Day of the Moon with Canton and Richard.
It is the same bit.
But also, okay, while we're talking about these two, I gotta name drop my favorite line from the Snowman. Hello, I'm a lizard woman from the dawn of time, and this is my wife.
Yeah. Why are these characters so good?
Oh,
Well,
I wish they came back.
We also had the gay Anglo-Saxon line in this episode.
Oh my god, yeah, with what is it? We're the thin, fat, gay, married Anglican Marines. Why would we need names?
yes. Hello, all those people who are like Doctor Who got so woke. How could they have a woman playing the character? It's not real.
Remember
May I
2011 when the show
introduce
was
you to this?
Remember 2011 when the show was woke?
I mean,
Just say
yeah.
hello.
I mean, I could go into for days how woke just doesn't mean anything anymore, but I won't do that.
Woke has
Yeah, we
never
got-
meant
way
anything
better.
ever.
We
It
got
used to
way
mean
better.
We
it
all
means
know
to
who the
mean
real snowflakes are.
it used to mean socially aware, and it just got that meaning just got wiped out and washed out. So it's not worth it. But yeah,
I mean, they don't. I mean, that crowd. I don't think they even use that word. They moved on to fucking DEI now.
Well, no, they still say woke.
no, they definitely still say woke.
Yeah, no,
It's not even what woke means anymore. What woke actually means to most of that crowd is just, oh, you actually believe in people having human rights? How dare you?
It's not even that. No. Woke is more something I disagree with.
Yeah.
To that crowd that you're referring to.
Just people having basic human rights.
That and basically someone who is pegged to be the Attorney General was like, yeah, I'm going to get rid of all the woke people, all the black people, all the gay people, all the trans people. Like, they just group all the minorities with the name woke now.
Yeah, unfortunately,
if you're not white or straight or a man, you're woke.
Or political.
So basic human rights. So I'm continuing to be right.
Yeah, you're banging this drum and you're right. Cassie's right. Cassie's right.
Can we talk about something a little less depressing? Can we talk about something a little less depressing, like Check's notes? The neo-fascist religious cult that is broken off from the main church and is dedicated to killing Doctor Who and torturing his friends.
Yeah, well, we're
killing a baby. Yes,
we were still on the Doctor's team here, but yeah, all right. I'll say this: Vastra has a very strong debut in this episode. Jenny is a bit more understated.
She gets better as we go along.
She kicks ass in the battle sequence. I'll give her that much.
I love their little flirting when they've got the guards at the control room tied up.
Yeah, that's great. And when they're back to back with the swords out.
Very good.
These characters need to come back and not just in Big Finish.
Speaking of needing to come back, it's our boy. It's our potato boy.
Oh yeah, this is his debut.
Yeet the newspaper.
And they even dial Strax back a bit for his debut.
You come here into my house on this Clara Oswald's birthday and say yeet the newspaper.
Yeet
oh yeah, it is Clara Oswald Day.
It is Clara Day.
Yeet the newspaper harder.
Mind you, to Fresno, every day is Clara Day.
This is true.
Need to give Clara her knocks for her birthday.
Oh my god! Just play the GIF 36 times, whatever it is, in a row.
1 Bert, 2 Bert, 3 Bert.
I mean, that's hilarious because we got a storm right now called Bert outside.
You know what I'm trying to do.
I know, but just again, that damn synergy.
Synchronicity.
That's the word.
But yeah, Strax is. This is. I mean, the concept here for Strax is great. A disgraced Santaran who has to heal people instead of killing them,
and he's good at it.
He's good at it.
He's just telling everyone, "Oh, you're healed now. May we fight one day on the battlefield, and I will crush your useless body."
For the glory of the great Santaran Empire, yeah.
That's a compliment.
It is, yeah. That's a compliment, Santaran. 5.
I love the fact that this dude just sort of comes in and is like, "What?
7.
Oh, you're counting."
But they can't see that, so I'll stop
counting. Comes
counting.
in and is like, why is a Santaran being, like a nurse? And he's like, it is the greatest, punishment that a Santaran could ever have. Wow, that's genius. Who came up with that? And then you hear the whoosh of the TARDIS coming.
Yeah. But actually, as you find out in later appearances, he actually doesn't mind it so much.
Now I'm thinking a deep breath again since you mentioned the examination is to Clara. Lots of images of men doing sport.
I'm also thinking of the snowman with Strax. Imagine the serving being run over by a cab.
Clara Oswald is canonically down bad.
We already knew that.
Also not this episode of a deep breath when he falls through the skylight.
We can
Clara Oswald is also canonically bi, so .
like
Same.
Vastra and Jim, this really stylish abseiling down the skylight in deep breath, and the Strax just falls.
I love Strax so much.
He's great.
Oh, he's.
I'm so glad they revived him after this episode. Which
I think they had a change of heart. It's like, you know what? This is too good a character to kill off.
Yeah.
Thank fuck they chose that. Jesus.
Seriously, he's so good.
Because people are like, hang on a minute, how is he back in the Stone Man? Isn't he kind of dead? It's like, no. There was a scene on the Series 6 DVD which proved he's not dead.
Fucking confused by this too back in the day. I'm like, what? Didn't he die?
He died, but he got better.
I got better.
They probably should have explained it in the actual episode as well.
It was very much a last minute decision.
I mean, if you squint, you can just about say that he just sort of passed out instead of, oh, he is dead now.
But it kind of ruins his whole last line of "I'm a nurse, Rory."
Well,
obviously not a good one.
Well, I mean,
they could have been dying of a horrible sword wound and just fainting. So
I know, but the irony of him saying that to Rory, who is also a nurse and a warrior.
Yeah, that's the whole point to do it.
So, would you say that Rory and Strax are mirrors?
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
Moving on to Lorna Bucket.
Anyway,
You're so lucky my soundboard isn't working.
They could have just filmed this scene where he woke up and went, I have disgraced myself again by not dying.
Yes, actually.
How about this instead?
What?
It's the Mirror Rider.
Oh, mirrors. Oh.
And it's also kind of based off of Clara, so.
Oh, that's the
the
satchel.
And
perfect.
the thumbs up.
Yes, but on the flip side, that avatar doesn't have a Lupin Ranger hat.
Yeah,
well, it's the beret.
It does have beret gang.
Yeah, beret gang. Shout out to that time I thought your avatar was one of your characters from your book this November, and it wasn't.
What? Wait, what?
Do you remember? I said, why has she not got blue hair? No, that's not the character, Rain. That's my avatar.
Oh, well. Beautiful. Talk about Lorna Bucket, Rain.
Yeah, so this is interesting that we have this character who originally looks like she's on the side of the villains. Because she's actually present during the cold open with the clerics. They're called the clerics.
She's part of the silence, the movement,
but she's
creepy
clearly,
motherfuckers.
We find out later on she's there as a Trojan horse.
Well,
sort of.
She's only joined to meet the Doctor again. She's not joined to kill him.
Which is it? Jenny who points out the silly logic of this. You joined a movement dedicated to killing the Doctor to meet him.
I think she does. Yes.
Yeah.
But she's not a villain.
She's not entirely villainous. We did it. We found it.
She's not fully villain. She's not at all villainous.
I do like the bit where she's sewn this little patch for Amy for her to be like, oh, this is a tradition in the forest where if we give you this patch, your child will always come home to you. You say minutes after you sat there and watched while your boss abducted the child from her while she was saying, please don't take my baby. Please don't.
Yeah, but I don't want to say she's undercover, Lorna, but she's got her own agenda, is the point.
I like the conversation they have here where Amy just starts off with, can I see your gun? Why? Because I have a feeling you're going to keep talking.
Oh.
But they do kind of share a common ground where it's like, oh, I met the Doctor when I was a little girl. So did I. But he came back for me. And I think there might be a little sadness behind Lorna Bucket's eyes there. You know? Why are you enough to come back from?
To be a mirror. She was an Amy at one point in time, and the Doctor never came back for her.
Yeah, you're right.
Which, imagine the Doctor failing Amy and not coming back for her. That won't happen.
The tragedy of Lorna, of course, is that we don't know anything about her because she dies before. Well, she dies.
She dies, yeah.
And the Doctor doesn't even know who she is because in his timeline he's not met her yet.
He hasn't met.
No. Because he asks who is she. He never forgets the companion. He never forgets a friend.
Well,
You know,
this was
I- you know,
also
I
the
never thought
doctor
of it.
who forgot.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But
But the
I don't
thing
know,
is-
Rain. I like your headcanon.
I wonder if he was trying to read her thoughts like before she died, because we know he has some psychic abilities.
Maybe.
Also, the fact that Lorna's got a reputation amongst the clerics.
Hmm.
Because like they don't expand what the reputation is. So join us in 5 years for Big Finish presents Lorna Bucket. Never.
Oh God.
Well, for one thing, the actress has got too big now to really come back and do it. She's been in Marvel.
Really?
Yeah. She's certainly been in the Eternals. Was she the villain's lieutenant in Captain Marvel? She might have been.
I want to say I know who she is from the Eternals.
Christina
I think
Chong or Chang, I think.
Can you imagine somebody in this episode being in Marvel? Can you imagine?
Yeah, Gemma Chan.
Christina Chong. So I've got the wrong actress completely, but she has been in notable roles. Oh, what the hell? She was in The Force Awakens? She was in The Force Awakens, but the scenes were deleted. Oh, that sucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she
Okay,
wasn't
yeah,
in Force Awakens.
I'm getting her and Gemma Chan mixed up, but she has been in quite a few things. She's also been in Halo.
Awesome.
Halo Nightfall. And apparently this was her first TV appearance. Interesting. I apologize for getting her mixed up with Gemma Chan, who was also in Doctor Who, by the way.
There you go.
An episode we haven't covered yet.
Ooh.
It's a mystery. Yeah, but arguably the funniest member of the funniest addition to the ranks of the Doctor's team is old and fat and blue.
Oh, this guy who I'm pretty sure he was in the series 5 finale.
He was briefly in the beginning of the Pandorica Opens.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
we're
was thinking.
established that he and River have a relation, have a partnership.
Hmm.
They
Which
know
is-
each other.
Which is wild when you consider, all the shit getting involved here. But basically, Kavarian and her second in command, who never shows up after this episode, Manton, they show up and they're like, "Oh, you're leaving," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving because you pissed off Doctor Who, and you guys are fucked." It's basically,
He gets a great name drop at the episode about the asteroid where you've made your base. Do you know why it's called Demon's Run? It's just an old story. A very old story, one of the oldest. Demons run when a good man goes to war. The delivery of that line is superb.
Hey, shades of Series 8. Am I a good man, Clara?
And also the fact he's laughing at Manton and Kavarian the entire time he's meeting with them.
And then, of course, his time has come. No! I'm old and fat.
No, don't take me. I'm old, I'm fat, I'm blue.
Dabu dee dabu die.
I kind of wish he showed up in more episodes, but
It's really weird how his last appearance was, and then they never followed up on it.
yeah.
He's just chilling around.
He is in Wedding a River Song.
I mean,
Or rather, a part of him is in Wedding a River Song.
it's not like he could go places.
He's
Well,
just,
must the Doctor kidnaps him from a mausoleum or something.
again.
Again, not the same episode, but that bit when he's upside down, it's like, Doctor, I feel a tremendous weight, but oh.
I really love this. It's like, oh my god, how bad's the damage? I'm just fucking with you. No, really, it's pretty great. I got a Wi-Fi chip. I got a media chip installed in my head years ago. I get great reception, don't you?
Yeah, so he recruits Dorian not because he can fight, but because he can hack.
There you go.
He needs him to, when they've taken control of the space station, he's a very good person to have to, work the controls. And he does.
But
He also says, did you think he built this building an army? You think he isn't? That man has been in so many places. There's a lot of people over that man of debt. By now, I feel they will be having a blue box waiting for them on their doorstep, and then he gets it himself.
but the last recruit doesn't go so well.
Ah, yeah. River Song is a goddamn troll.
She's not trying. Well, I don't think she's trying. Well, she's not trying to troll. She's trying.
No, she's not trying to troll.
Yeah,
but
this
it
is
comes across the
trolling.
troll,
She's trying to maintain the fucking timeline, and she
Which
can't.
is
get
ironic.
off and shit.
which is ironic given the final episode of this series. But
Well, is that an earlier river or a later river? That's a early.
well, when the impossible astronaut thing happens,
Either way, there is a fun little flash forward where River's like, "Oh, the doctor took me out for my birthday. We went to the Frost Fair, 1814." So,
Yeah.
which hey,
And Stevie
nice.
Wonder sang for her, but don't tell him.
and also the alarm's going off.
And also a fucking capitalist got punched in the face. Wow.
The alarm's going off. She's like, "Oh, don't be silly. I'm breaking in, not breaking in."
Rory asks for her help, and she refuses to call because this is when the doctor finally finds out who I really am.
Yeah. Again, given what she does in episode 13, ironic, but
Yeah.
she hasn't done that yet, so fair enough.
But here's another bit interesting, Marion. This is like her dark moment as well as the doctor's, fall from grace, as it were. Because a lot of Series 6B after Night Terrors, ironically enough, is about how Doctor Who's a fucking bastard and his own self-loathing, and maybe I should fucking be killed for the sake of the universe. Before that all gets undercut in Wedding River Song. I mean, you've got God Complex, and then you've got Closing Time, and then you've got what's the other one? Girl Who Waited, yeah. So there's a whole bunch of shit like that that's just undercut. I really should write about it sometime.
And Let's Kill Hitler, of course, because he gets poisoned in that.
Well, that's less. I'm talking about more, the amoral shit. Like,
Yeah, but
wondering where he's a good man.
he's quite prepared to let the poison kill him, and in that,
Well, there's nothing he can really do about it. I mean,
apart from River.
Yeah. But then we get the fucking siege of Demon's Run. I fucking love this scene so much. Even if, again, the whole thing is a fucking ruse and the Silents have it all planned out, they're master chess masters and shit. It's the one time they're able to be competent, but they look so incompetent while doing it that looking at their track record, you would honestly think. Because I love this. We haven't actually seen Doctor Who in this episode. Manson's giving this big speech, and he's talking with the headless monster. Like, "Wow, the Doctor is a living, breathing man. He's not a god, and we're gonna kill him because it's our duty." And again, you got to keep in mind, this is what I did too when I rewatched and how it broke my brain. Every time they rant about this, they're ranting because they're pissy that they're not letting him burn a planet alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't see on screen anyone ever saying like, "Hey, Doctor, we'll make a deal. We'll move all the people off Trenzalore. We'll save them. Just let us stop the crack in time." We don't ever see that. Instead, they go straight to go back in time and fucking kill him.
Yeah. Speak your name, or this world will burn.
Yeah.
And this world will burn. But yeah.
Anyway,
all they have to do is just tell him, "Hey, so this is going to happen. Can you make sure this doesn't happen?" And he'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure, that's not a problem."
And before we go to the scene you're talking about, we need to just briefly mention the headless monks.
Well, I was getting to that, but I just want to raise one more point before we do that.
Okay.
In response to Kat's thing about reasonability, my head, and this is all headcanon at this point, because it's very color inside the lines sort of thing with Moffat and the war on Trenzalore arc. But I think the Kavarian is basically just indoctrinated and radicalized to the point where she's grown up with the war, with the papal mainframe being like, "Silence must fall, kill Doctor Who," and she's just a fucking religious fundamentalist at this point.
Could
mean, yeah, we've gotten to that point anyways, but it's also like the mainframe is just like a little computer, right?
Well, I think it's also. Well, I'm not sure. I think the mainframe is that lady, Tasha Lemon.
Yeah, Tasha Lim is the papal mainframe herself, but they kind of messed that up when they went to that episode. But
here's the thing. Here's one of the
you don't
things.
remember.
Here's one of the things that kind of is like, okay, you didn't have this planned out, because when we get to the headless monks part, which I'll let you talk about in a sec, Rain, Nanton is like, by special express order, permission by the papal mainframe herself, you can see under the hoods of the headless monks. And it's like, you guys are a fucking splinter group that defected. When did you get this is like this is fucking like if the Protestants sought the blessing of the Pope. Like,
yeah,
we split from this shit for a reason. But anyway, those little quibbles aside, Rain, tell us about this.
Okay, so the headless monks are set up before this because the fat gay marine is taken to one side. It's like the headless monks has received tribute from visiting armies. It's tradition. Would you like to make a donation? And they cut his head off camera. My God. And then they're standing there with Manton, and Manton says, I've received this special dispensation on this one only occasion. I can show you the truth about these headless monks, because these guys can never be persuaded. They never can be frightened. And they can never, ever be. And then Matt Smith was surprised.
I fucking love it. It's so
Cue
good.
Bedlam and cue the Lion of the Night. Yes, everyone, it's me. Please, point a gun if it helps you relax.
Point your guns at me if it helps you relax.
Yeah, point a gun if it helps you relax. And they all do.
Well, except for our one person.
Lauren.
Well, yeah, Lorna does not draw her weapon. The monks will get their swords out, like the crackling energy swords. We'll see them again later on.
Totally not Jedi. Sith. Totally
Definitely not Sith, yeah.
Promise. They are not.
Yeah, because they're broadswords. They're not lightsabers. They're broadswords with a bit of crackling energy
The
on them.
glowing red is totally a coincidence.
Well, red and yellow, but yeah.
Totally a coincidence.
Man, I do love how the fact they somehow can harness force lightning all of a sudden.
God damn it.
Totally
But
a
Matt,
coincidence,
The
please. Don't
Doctor is so good in this whole scene.
This is like,
Wait, what if that's why Disney bought Doctor Who rights?
oh my God.
5 minutes, 14 seconds. Amelia Pond, get your coat!
Oh, I love this little ruse that happens. The lights go off, and then it's like, oh my God, there's monks around us with their hoods on. Which one is Doctor Who? Which one is Doctor Who? No, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him.
And then the monks start shooting soldiers, and oh God.
But because they attacked us monk first, and then the monks decide to fight back, and it's like,
Yes.
the doctor
Friendly fire! Friendly fire!
The doctor caused a bunch of people to kill each other. It's just,
Andrew
It's
never
the kid.
would.
It's for kids,
Kiri, I get it, but also this whole episode is about how Doctor Who is kind of a bastard, and River's speech at the end is all like, look what you make them do. Look how afraid you make them. So
Yeah, look, we get a couple of fun cameos during this scene as well.
Yeah.
One of which probably wasn't in originally.
I fucking love the just the scheme of it, if I may.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
Where Manton's just like, I'm disarming my gun. Everyone do the same. We're unarmed, Marks. We're unarmed, monks. We have no weapons. We're peaceful. We won't let the doctor fool us. We are not fools. We are not fools. We are. Why are there a million Silurians pointing a gun at us?
So I think the implication is that this was Vestra brought these Silurians into the scheme.
Probably.
Yeah, so this is the first cameo. The Silurians are back, but they're now on the Doctor's side, so great.
It's Silurians and people working together. Oh, it's the dream. It's the dream that none of these fucking episodes can accomplish.
The dream team. And then Man's like, you forget, Doctor. If we go down, there's no automatic distress call from this asteroid. Not if we not get your communications turned on. You've got incoming. A Denny boy from the Victory of the Daleks.
What a fucking callback.
This is a deep cut.
Just a bit.
And then Madame Kavarian tries to escape with two soldiers, and they're blocked by Hugh Bonneville.
Hey, Hugh Bonneville and Karen Gillan in the same show. Well, that will never happen again.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, that show.
That's a thing.
That show is a fucking thing. You're right.
Oh God, I needed some time after that show. My God.
Episode 3. Oh.
Oh. But yeah, it's the pirates. You can kind of a little boy, by the way, from The Curse of the Black Spot. And this is interesting because, of course, this episode was not supposed to be aired until episode 9, as we already covered with Night Terrors. So this was definitely added in, last minute.
Well, I mean, it helps that it's just Hugh Bonneville and his son in the episode standing in front of a door, and he's holding a gun. So it's
Is it just the parrot? Isn't the parrots there on the other parrots there as well? Is it just those two?
Just those two.
No, it's just those.
It's just those two.
Okay, I've misremembered that, but yeah, it's just those two because they like to do this. They did this with Series 5 as well. When you've got like a big guest star, get them to film another scene for another episode. Why not?
Yeah.
They did it with Pandorica.
Exactly.
They filmed a scene for Pandorica during the filming of Victory of the Daleks.
And I mean, they probably filmed a scene for Pandorica in like every episode they did because like every fucking thing comes back. Victory of the Daleks comes back in that. Vincent and the Doctor. Liz 10 from the Beast Below. So
yeah, they probably did.
They probably banged all those out when they were doing those episodes.
Yeah, and this scene was probably filmed during The Curse of the Black Spot as well because you don't actually see him on camera with Kavarian.
Oh God, I really love the Doctor's subtle anger towards Manton once they've won. Give the order. Give the order for your troops to withdraw. Says Strax, and Doctor's like, no, I want you to give the order to run away. What? I want you to say the exact words, run away. I want you to be famous for those words, run away. I want children to laugh and giggle because they found the house of Colonel Runaway.
Yeah.
You know what this scene reminds me of? It reminds me of that bit from Princess Bride where Wesley is sitting on the bed and he's like, no, I want you to live, but I want you to suffer.
Yeah, to the pain.
Yeah. Well, the bit where he's like, I'm going to cut off all your bits, but I'm going to leave your ears, your perfect
your
ears.
You can hear
when you can hear
derision of
children.
Drop your sword.
Oh God. I haven't seen that movie in a long while.
Oh, that film is so good, though.
It's pretty good.
All right, going to make a Princess Bride reviews channel.
No.
It's one movie.
Do it.
Okay, but also,
2 movies. We could find the Deadpool PG-13 cut.
No.
Okay, but I also want to point out a bit of Matt.
Dude, trying to find that thing is impossible without it being like $500.
Anyway,
the Colonel Runaway scene is great. The fact that Madame Kavarian subtly agrees with it is even better.
Right. Let first talk.
I just wanted to say that I really love the end of that scene where Matt Smith just goes, "Oh, I'm angry now. I don't know what's going to happen next."
Yeah.
And then we get the next, badass line of the episode, because that's what half this episode is.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about his anger. Good men have many rules. Oh, no. Good men, there's a reason why good men have this many rules, and it's not the best time to find out why.
Yeah, this is not the day to find out why I need so many.
Capaldi!
Yeah.
And Kavarian's just like, give the order. Give the order, Colonel Runaway.
Yeah, the fact that she agrees with it as well is great.
Well, it's all part of her master plan. So she's.
I know. We're getting there. We are getting there.
Not entirely villainous.
Oh,
well, the light is always darkest before the dawn.
Oh God, the scene with Amy and Rory and the baby is.
Oh
God, I was gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Your father crying with his baby. You are cool.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's also, this is so fucking sad because this is the last fucking time these three will be like happy as a normal ass family, not like just fucking destroyed,
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin this moment.
Thanks, Fred.
I don't want to ruin this moment, but they're not even normal.
Oh, you're right. Fuck!
What was that?
Never mind.
What was that?
they're not normal because the baby switch.
Oh
has
yeah,
already
yeah.
happened.
Never mind. Yeah, they never get that
Baby.
much.
Yeah, the switch has already happened,
And like, this is
unfortunately.
the worst fucking part of it. This is what makes the silence truly fucking heinous. It's not just we really want to kill this entire planet of people, or we really want to kill Doctor Who because we hate him. Is that they rip apart a fucking family to do it, and not only do they have no compunction about it, they're fucking pleased about it. Kovarian is giddy with glee and like, I told you, Doctor, I'm gonna make Amy Pond really fucking sad and traumatized, and it's all your fault.
All they had to do was just scan the baby with the sonic screwdriver. Just saying.
Well, let's not put the blame on Doctor Who for this. God. God, oh God.
Oh no, I don't blame the doctor at all. It's like, this is definitely not the doctor's fault. And it's like Jenny, reiterates to Amy, who is like, yeah, it's definitely not the doctor's fault.
Oh, the way she flint. Yeah, we're getting ahead though. Well, we're going.
Well, yeah.
We should probably talk about the big reveal, as it were. The reveal of what Melody Pond exactly is and why the Silence want her so badly.
Oh my god, this is just nasty.
Oh God, yeah.
A child is not a weapon. Give us time. She will be. Ugh.
And we know, yeah, that what awaits little Melody Pond in between here and Impossible Astronaut is terrible.
Yeah.
It is not a happy fucking childhood by any fucking means.
It really isn't.
But we've got the Doctor, Vastra, and Dorian. I think they're looking over the scans, and Melody Pond is a human with a little extra Time Lord DNA.
Yeah, Vastra is a human plus.
Vastra is just sort of looking over at the doctor like, really? You did this? And the doctor's like, no.
Again,
You?
we're invocating. Oh no, is this the hybrid, the epic creature? Oh, are you really this child's father?
It's the slow stop on the words wedding night.
I fucking love the way Vastra has to have tattoos. I know how delicate you humans can be about this. When did the baby begin?
Oh no, not even you humans. She's just like, I know how you blush, doctor.
Yeah.
And he just like,
It's even better than that.
This is Matt Smith we're talking about. You talk about the birds and the bees, he will blush. It's true.
Meanwhile, he's over here in like House of Dragons, probably talking about even more deranged shit than he could ever have in Doctor Who.
I'm sorry to bring up Let's Kill Hitler again, but the bit when River's flirting with him was like, hello, Benjamin. Who's Benjamin? And they have to cover his eyes.
God. No, don't be sorry to bring up Let's Kill Hitler. It's I like it in parts, but
it's also not a good man goes to war. That's what I mean. I'm sorry to bring it up.
It's not. It's true. It's true. And as you alluded to,
when is my choice again?
You're going to pick Hitler?
Next. Well, yeah, but you might want to do a Christmas episode, given that we're near Christmas. Or not.
Anyways.
We'll see. Anyway, the way the doctor works this out, as you alluded to, is crazy. It's just like, well, you see, we didn't have time for this. So because Rory wasn't there, then he was dead, then he didn't exist, then he was plastic. So the first time they were together on the TARDIS in this version of reality was on their
on their what, doctor?
Wedding night.
Yeah, and the penny drops.
Yeah, no shit. What do you think people do on their wedding nights? It's like the doctor was so careful. He gave them a bunk bed and everything.
It's a weird implication. Oh my god, it's a weird implication.
We know what they did. We could talk about in a Christmas episode what they were doing on their wedding night.
Well, that's their honeymoon, Jerry.
That's the honeymoon, but
they were definitely doing it on their honeymoon too.
But yeah, the implication that a Time Lord can be created if two humans have relations on the floor of the TARDIS.
If they were banging, if they were boning, if they were having sex, if they were copulating. Do you want me to continue on?
You two, listen. I'm the foul mouth here. I'll just say, if they fuck!
My virgin ears.
Wah.
What? Yeah.
This
So
is
that's
when-
how.
This is when Kavarian taunts, and it's like, the baby is hope, Doctor, in this endless bitter war against you.
Yeah.
Why,
And,
why are you declaring
Again, they want to burn a planet with all its inhabitants on it, burning alive and screaming, and he is like, no, and they are so pissy about it, they enact this fucking scheme.
Yeah. Somehow saying no to a planet being burned is enough to spark an endless bitter war. But it works in the context of the episode and in the context of the series in general.
It does.
But her acting, Frances Barb's acting here, holy shit.
Without getting too much into things, she definitely is the type of person you can fucking hate.
Oh,
It's okay. She's not entirely villainous.
Oh, she is.
Are you referring to the actress here rather than the character?
What? I don't know what I might be doing, Rainier.
I'm going to shut that down right now, just in case. But
That's why I'm playing nice, because in the UK you can't get away with such things. So we'll just add
Exactly.
the word. We'll just add the word allegedly onto that.
I like being at liberty.
We'll add the word allegedly to that, and
I'm
talk
going
about
to
happier
take this
things.
as there is something weird going on, and we're going to move on.
Yeah,
I will explain more when we're off the podcast. But
I'll explain later.
Anyways, Lorna is still around, even though the rest of the clerics and the monks have all been taken away, presumably.
So the monks have not, because surprise.
Oops. But yeah, Lorna is basically spending the entire time warning them it's a trap. Dorium is like, hey, this feels really weird, while, the doctor and Vastra are like, hey, what about, their wedding night? And then they all realize, oh yeah, this is a fucking trap. And then it turns out, hey, it's a fucking trap.
Yeah, so the monks don't have life signs.
Yeah.
Because no shit, they're headless bodies.
And they just start taking out the Silurians.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Frankly, at this point, Danny Boy has left the scene, and so has Hugh Bonneville and his son, so it's all right.
Oh, it's all right. Only the Silurians got killed.
No,
I wonder why there's a war between the land and sea happening soon.
Don't, please.
Oh no!
that leaked photograph of that program is just the merman from Darkstalkers. It just is.
Look. You know my stance on this. I ain't watching a frame of that shit until I know that it does. Until I know that it ends in a way that isn't the same centrist horse shit as every other Silurian Sea story.
I have no idea. I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch it, but
well, you know my stance. I'm just going to let it exist over there, and I'm going to continue on my journey. Let's talk about happier things, like the Flesh. Oh no.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chet's
Let's
notes.
talk about happier things like babies melting.
Yeah, Chet's notes, a baby melting into thin air. So yeah, the line is, "Oh, Doctor, fooling you once was a pleasure, but fooling you twice the same way, it's a privilege." And the baby is revealed to be a flesh avatar,
which
it melts.
Which I want to point out, since we were talking about Silurians, I did a rewatch of Series 6 not that long ago, because the JJ thread maybe wanted to do it. And the Flesh two-parter is basically just a Silurian story when you think about it. Yeah,
pretty much.
And, it's got all the same flaws, we want to have rights. Well, maybe have you considered not having rights? And it's, it's that same wishy-washy horseshit. We can't upset the status quo in Doctor Who. I'm afraid you're just going to have less rights.
Yeah.
So it's horseshit. But also, that episode takes great pains to say, hey, these flesh people, they're not just piles of goo. They're people. Oh, Amy, sorry. Baby, sorry.
So, yeah. Go ahead.
This is the most horrifying fucking thing in the episode, isn't it? When you think about it, like
it's up there, yeah.
Like when you really think about it, and you can cut this out if I'm going too fucking dark, but when you think about it, Amy's entire bodily autonomy is violated in this entire episode, and then the baby melts away into goo.
No, that's
it's not just violated. It's like holy crap. So, like, she has a wedding with her beloved husband who has had horrible, horrible things happen to him, happen to them both, really. She finally gets to have, the time with him. And then at some mysterious, nebulous time, she gets pregnant, doesn't realize it, gets kidnapped without realizing, gets replaced by a flesh creature. And as far as she knows, she's perfectly fine. She's still with the doctor and Rory. She's just been replaced, and she keeps having this sort of moment where she thinks she's having a hallucination or something of this woman staring at her, and she's having these random like pains. Maybe she's having random bits of sickness or something, and she just doesn't feel quite right because, of course, the effects of her being pregnant are still fucking there. She just doesn't understand what's going on
Yeah, and also the
because,
flesh
as far
avatar
as she knows, her
not
body's
pregnant.
fine.
Yeah, the flesh avatar's not
She looks
pregnant,
fine.
but Amy is.
Yeah, the flesh person is not pregnant. She is. So she's having all these effects to her, and she feels, she looks and is fine. And, at some point, the doctor figures it out, but isn't quite sure. And he doesn't explain shit to them. And, he does the usual thing he does, which is, kind of an asshole move, in my opinion. And, she essentially wakes up. She looks down and she's fucking 9 months pregnant and about to be in labor, which is a horrifying process for any woman to go through. Which, I'm sorry for anybody out there who might have some issues, skip forward a little bit in time. Please put a timestamp here, Rain. But, this involves things such as blood, tons of gore. You're going to be expelling stuff from your body. You could tear your vagina straight up to your asshole or worse. There is all of the trauma that comes with that. And she has to do that with complete strangers who do not give two shits about her.
Yeah.
What if she has to have a C-section? It's like, that's its own version of trauma. And it's like, holy shit, this is huge. And now she gets 2 minutes, 2 whole minutes to be able to see her baby before they take her away. And then she never gets to see her again. She has this moment of hope where Rory brings the baby back, but by this time it's already been replaced by a flesh creature, which they don't know this. And then suddenly everything seems like it's going great. They get attacked, and the baby dissolves in her arms. How the fuck is Amy okay?
She isn't.
She's not. But also, I just want to say, in regards to the point of, oh God, the horrible pregnancy. You're right that pregnancy is absolutely horrible for women, but in the universe, we can maybe soften that a little by saying that we are in the 51st century, and perhaps medicine has advanced to the point where the pregnancy does not have to be as much of a nightmare as it is in the modern day. But everything else you're saying, the vibes, absolutely spot on. Yeah, terrible day for Amy Pond.
That's if they even use half of those things.
Well,
Just
again,
saying.
I mean, she's their enemy. They probably did nothing for it. Can you imagine
Exactly.
therapy, Bill?
Oh,
That's all I was going to do. Just that joke.
I apologize for this, but gather around for the story of Amy Pond's no good, very terrible, that 2011.
That's right.
Because it is a terrible 2011 for Amy Pond, my God.
Oh, this is just absolutely fucking heartbreaking, where the doctor bursts in and opens the door. Amy, it's a flesh avatar, it's a flesh avatar. And Rory's just like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
And we alluded to this too, but the way that he tries to comfort Amy and she flinches away from him, and Jenny has to say, honey, it's not his fault. I know, I just...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And parallel to all this, of course, is the big epic battle sequence of the entire episode, where it's the Doctor's army, for want of a better term, versus the Headless Monks. And first, Dorman gets his head chopped off to pay him back for his treachery.
Strax gets stabbed. Lorna gets zapped.
Yeah.
And we
don't see Strax get stabbed, but he's apparently killed, but then isn't. But
well, let's pretend that he got stabbed and he died in this episode.
And while this is going on, you've got Alex Kingston narrating a poem. The Demons Run When a Good Man Goes to War poem. Oh God, this is cinema. I'm sorry, it is.
Absolute cinema.
It's just so good.
And
And then, of course, it leads to something so terrible with the Flesh Avatar baby being revealed and then disintegrating in Amy's arms. Then we get the aftermath of the battle where Lorna dies and Strax apparently dies, but then doesn't.
He got better.
Also, I think Dorium's body is destroyed in the battle as well, because when he gets his head cut off, he wanders out, like with his arms out.
Mm.
I think the idea is that he sort of fights as well, but fights against his friends.
Yeah, the body gets hijacked by the chanting or whatever.
By one of the monks, yeah. So that's terrible for him as well. He does come back in Wedding River Song, kind of.
His head comes back. He's
and then with all of this bloodshed, all this terrible loss, it waltzes
soldier
with a song. Yeah.
Okay. I have a lot to say about this, and I will preface it by saying, River Song, you are full of fucking shit. But because she basically is like, oh, this was all you, Doctor, all of it. I didn't want this, but you make them so afraid of you, Doctor. They did this out of fear for you. Oh, all the travels, all the bloodshed. Oh my goodness, this is on your head. And it's complete bullshit because, again, I will remind you, they wanted to burn a planet, and he said, no, you can't kill everyone on this planet.
Devil's advocate, do you think she's telling him what he needs to hear at that moment?
Okay. That's one of the possibilities that I have for this. The other possibility is that the silence conditioning is still a little rattling in her brain and is like making her say this. And, well, that's the second possibility in universe. The third possibility is a Doyleist. And it's basically, Moffat didn't have time and the Doctor planned out. So he blames the Doctor for this because he doesn't know the impetus of the war that these fuckers are fighting yet.
But having had this really downbeat ending, with the baby's gone and they'll take it to Earth. Yeah, it's almost certainly too late. And then River comes along and is like, how goes the day? We get the reveal. And my God, this is perfect.
The way he just brightens up and it's like, ooh.
The 11th Doctor excited to get it up,
and then he just fucks off right out of there.
I do like the music here because, he's about ready to go off because it's the end of a season. Basically, I know it's not the end of the season, but it was the end of the first arc, so they're playing him out, and it's like, okay, River, I trust you to get them home. Where are you going? Oh, I'll get your daughter back. Trust me.
And Amy Pond, bless her, who's had enough of this shit, picks up a fucking gun and is like, tell me what you told the Doctor, right?
Amy Pond is fucking pissed.
She's had enough of this shit.
Amy Pond has every reason to be pissed.
We didn't mention the little baby cot that the Doctor pulled out of the TARDIS earlier.
Oh yeah, he pulls it out for baby Melody.
The ret cot.
The ret cot.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Chekhov's cot.
Oh God! What? Because of Chibnall?
Chekhov, Chekhov, if you will.
Can you now imagine texting him just randomly building a cot and telling the 50th incarnation of her torture victim? Oh yeah, you grew up in that cot.
Thanks, Chibnall. I hate
it. God.
It fits in this episode. Speaking of torture victims,
yeah. So we get the big reveal. The one in the series, no, actually two full series. Plot arc. Who is River Song? And of course, she's Melody,
which we got the little hint for back in a nameless episode that I cannot seem to recall the events of, but I do remember a cryptic phrase from it. The only water in the forest is the river.
Why can't you remember it? Oh.
Wow. Oh, goodness. Now Rain forgot it too. Jesus.
You're doing a bit. You're doing a bit. Sorry. Yes.
What's with this strange episode? Did the silence make this? Goddamn. But the only
the who?
Exactly. So the only water in the forest is the river, which means that they don't have a name for ponds in forest language.
I get that, but the song thing is a bit of a reach.
Melody song, same thing.
No, yeah, but
I do like how earlier this episode they have a random line said by the eventual victim number, whatever.
oh my god,
he's named the doctor, isn't he? As like where else you will find like a strong warrior.
Yeah, in the language of the forest, doctor means warrior.
Yeah,
Mighty warrior, and River actually calls back to that.
Where
She's telling Doctor off at the end.
Where do you think they got that from? You. Which literally is like some bullshit Moffat posted on like the internet in the 90s on the Doctor Who forum, like, back in like whatever ancient text only horse shit passed for a forum in 90s internet terms. That's literally something that he came up with back then. Just his little pet fan theory that he now gets to canonize. But yeah, shock reveal. River's song is Melody Pond.
And the beauty of the music playing as the patch translates to River song. Oh,
you can say it,
What?
Wayne. You can say it.
It's so good.
About Murray Gold.
It's
What?
I will, but also I haven't actually got that clip to hand. But yeah, the Murray Gold soundtrack is just so beautiful and triumphant and oh god, yeah,
And,
hell yeah.
I'm getting this mostly from the Elizabeth Sanford entry.
And then we didn't get anything for 4 whole months after this big reveal.
Let me finish. I'm getting this mostly from the Elizabeth Sanford entry on Good Man Goes to War, which is spectacular, and I'll show it to you later. You can link it down below if you want. But this is basically going off of Kat's theory, where after several horrific things happening to Amy Pond, this is the first time River saying, I know you're not okay, but you're going to be. It's the first time anyone's shown like real concern for her well-being beyond just trying to give her a hug. And
seriously, she needs so much more than a hug right now.
And just telling her the truth, telling her that your daughter's going to be okay. She's going because she's me. And that's what we leave out on with Good Man Goes to War. And hey, take a breather for the rest of the summer because we're coming back in the fall. I kill a Hitler.
How dare they end it on that? My God! But once you get to like you watch it again, and you don't have to wait 4 whole months for the continuation. Series 60 is actually pretty good.
Thank you.
I mean, it just is. I'm sorry.
Waiting.
Apart from one episode that I can't remember the name of that comes between the Gold Complex and Winning River Song, but apart from that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. Anything else on this one?
I think we can go to our overall thoughts, can't we?
I think we can too.
I picked it, Mary. Please go first.
Yeah, unless someone else has something to say.
It won't take very long. Honestly.
Judging by that uproarious applause, I think you're good to summarize the episode, right?
Okay, I'll summarize it. This rules. This rules so hard. So yeah, mid-season finale, and it's big and it's epic, but the emotional beats are fantastic as well. The music is great, the acting is great, some of the concepts are great. It's just great. And honestly, I'm going to go further here. Could honestly put in an argument this is the best Series 6 episode.
Oh, I don't know.
Particularly with that other one that we can't really talk about anymore.
Yeah.
If you just count that, and there's
Impossible.
there's Girl Who Waited, possibly, The Way with the Song, possibly, and this.
Impossible Astronaut, definitely.
Yes, that's a very good two-parter as well. But I certainly think it's in the top half of the series.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm so glad I finally got to talk about this. I've been waiting for a long time to talk about this. And if you haven't seen it for a while, go back and watch it. This rules.
Just go back and watch all of Series 6 in one go. Now that you know the deal.
But probably skip closing time.
Yeah.
Oh look, I remembered it after all. Damn.
Shit. Fuck. look, Closing Time has exactly 2 good scenes, and only one of them was written by a problematic person.
The good thing about Closing Time is the bit that you have to watch is right at the end, so you can just skip right to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, who would like to go next?
I'll take it if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Series 6, good. Series 6, peak. This is fucking spectacular. And I'm mirroring Rain because I have to say that it does mix the bracing, epic madness of Doctor Who going fucking dark and getting revenge with this emotional core that really resonates. God, you feel for the Doctor and his friends in this episode. Just the sense of loss and heartbreak and sheer agony they go through at the hands of the Silence, who are just unrepentant, horrific bad guys, especially when you know what they're doing it all for. Like, you had that veil of ambiguity back in 2011. It's like, wow, the Doctor must have done something really bad to piss these people off. And it turns out the really bad thing he did was, I don't want a bunch of people to be fucking murdered. Regardless of that, wonderful. Love all the little associated cameos and the assembly of Doctor Who people. The Paternosters are great. Getting Silurians is great. All that other stuff, great. The reveal, spectacular. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 7. Peak Doctor Who, peak Moffat.
That'll go at once, guys.
It was an okay episode. I'm still not a big Series 6 person. Like, I understand that this had some epic speeches, Colonel Runaway, the whole thing at the end was really neat, but I mean, I'm still not a fan of like these kinds of like episodes, really. Because you kind of have to know so much about what happened beforehand, which, yeah, awesome payoff. Hey, all these other characters, and some of these characters are even characters that didn't appear before this episode. I don't know. I like this episode more than other episodes in Series 6, but I've just never been a Series 6 guy.
You know what? We take those.
My turn.
Cat,
Your turn.
It was great, except for the fact that they absolutely traumatized Amy and the flesh baby melting.
Yeah,
I will agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, those were horrifying.
Speaking of traumatizing people, then.
Oh, come now.
So, because Kuchiri decided he didn't want to pick up an episode again this time, it falls to Freezing Inferno, and I am braced for the worst.
You're braced for the worst, are you? Well, should I do the thing? Let's see. Rain has given me a nice little list. I have perused that list. I definitely like a lot of the list, but I've decided to go back in time to the 1960s.
Ooh.
So we have one monumental episode. Now we're going to have another, because next time on Doctor Who Reviews, Patrick Troughton debuts in Power of the Daleks.
Right. This is the animated one, right?
Yes, it is fully missing, but there is a full animation out there floating about.
Yes, that's why I put it on the list. Okay, I will be honest with you. I was half expecting to storm out and go nope and slam the door. I'm not going to do that because that's a good choice.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay then.
Look. We just had a bad episode like two episodes ago. So, we got to balance it out. We got to spread out the bad with the good,
You do realize you've just given Cat carte blanche to pick a bad one next time.
Oh, I know. I don't give a shit. That'll mean that. Look. 2 good ones and then a bad one. That's fine. That's a fine ratio. So do your worst next time. But before that, 6 episodes of Patrick Troughton and Daleks. So some say this is a classic. Let's find out together.
So they're Pizza the Dead Planet.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Patrick Troughton, we mentioned the thing that just got announced today as of the recording.
I didn't see this. Oh wait,
Yes, you did. Remember when they did the colorization of the Daleks last year?
Oh no, yeah, the War Games in color. Also, don't panic, my headphones just fell off my head there for a second. It's all right.
No,
I didn't just have an accident or anything like that.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
I'm absolutely fine. Yeah, so the colorization of the War Games.
They're cutting it down to 90 minutes, which, my God.
They did this with the Daleks as well, and it didn't quite work out.
Okay, but also you remember that the War Games is like 4 fucking hours long. So
yeah, it didn't work out, but I'm still interested to see what they do with it.
Okay, but the Daleks is like 2.5 hours at 7 parts. War Games is 4 fucking hours long. They are going to have to take a hatchet to the shit to get it down to 90 minutes.
The thing that was strange about the Daleks in color was some of the strange editing choices,
which they might do again. And also according to, if you believe the trailer, they're going to do like a proper regeneration from Trapped into Pertwee with, and make it like modern with the glowy orange shit.
Oh no, it's going to be AI, isn't it?
It's
going to be AI generated.
That remains to be seen. So hopefully not. But also, you got people going. You got people going, and I hope they're going in jest. But what about season 6B? Oh no, the cat. Those books.
I'll put you, Pete. You might do the continuity bit there. That was great. Something else was also not announced, but shown for Children in Need last week.
Oh yeah, Joy to the World clip.
A clip from Joy to the World.
If I had
spoilers, Villain Guard is back again.
Which people bitch. I've seen people bitch about. It's like, oh, Stephen Moffat's using Villain Guard again.
I'm pretty certain this will be the story. This will be the story that shows it becoming the Banana Grove and paying that whole thing off.
If I had a nickel for every Stephen Moffat holiday, if I had a nickel for every Stephen Moffat episode that had a giant T-Rex in it, I have 2 nickels, which isn't level. It's weird to have.
Because I don't know if Stephen Moffat will be coming back to Doctor Who ever again after this. He might.
Who the fuck knows? We got him for 2 within this year. So
yeah. So I have a funny feeling that he'll pay off that whole Villain Guard Banana Grove thing he set up back in series 1.
18 fucking years. Yeah. Back when Millie Gibson, the companion, was literally an infant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's not companion in this one. I don't know what the deal is going to be with series
I don't
2.
think she's going to be in this one. I think she comes back in the next series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Millie and the other lady is going to be the companions of season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not entirely confirmed as to how many episodes they're all going to be in, but yeah.
Yeah,
we're gonna find that out in like May.
Yeah,
so.
Well, this is also this upcoming Christmas special, just like how RTD used to do Christmas specials way back in the day.
It's going to be May before we find out.
Well,
remember?
Okay.
Hey, remember when Moffat was on his way out and he concocted an entire epilogue to keep the Christmas slot, and because Chibnall wasn't going to do one as his debut, he's like, "Oh boy, I got to work myself really hard. I got to make this episode so we can keep the Christmas slot." And she was like, "Do your slot."
Yeah. Now, before we get to the business that you're going to tell me about plugging things, can I just throw a shout out to somebody?
You may.
I've been meaning to shout this person out for quite some time. I keep forgetting. So, your moment has come. Lady Tan Cosplay.
I don't know.
I'll put the links to her stuff down in the description below. But this lady is brilliant. She's done cosplay to Doctor Who. She's done Romana. She's done Missy. Her Missy is incredible. And then she's done TikToks of her voice, like doing a lip sync over Missy from the Big Finish audios.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, you sold me. You fucking sold me.
She is a fantastic mimic. She's a fantastic mimic of Missy, and yeah, she went through some bad times earlier this year. I think she was made redundant or reduced hours or something. So I've been meant to give her a shout out for a while and forgot. So Lady Tan Cosplay, she's great.
Fuck,
check her out.
I should have swerved and picked one of the Missy audios instead of Patrick Troughton. I'm not changing my choice.
No, don't change your pick just for that. But
I should have done that.
I like to give people that deserve it a shout out, and she deserves it. God damn it.
Yeah. If you're listening to this, you sound pretty cool.
She almost certainly won't be, but if she is, fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
Now you can say the admin bit.
And you know who else is fantastic? The people who you can find who are lovely. Brainiac, where can you find us lovely people?
That was a hell of a stretch, but we'll go with it. you can find us. Well, does it even exist anymore? But you can find me on Twitter for the time being because I haven't yet got around to making a Blue Sky, but I will.
You can find the rest of us on Blue Sky at least.
Yes, they've gone where the sky is blue. I'm still like lagging behind, but I will get around to it when November is over and I've written 50,000 words. Dear God.
My words are like flowing like water. It's really good.
Mine were, and then a cork got put in them.
What?
Mine were flowing too, and then a cork got put in the bottle. But
yeah. But I'm liking yours so far. It's good. I hope.
Yeah, well, but where does I'm enjoying yours too. The Mutual Appreciation Society. Go. Yeah, you can also find us. Well, these three again on Twitch. I do have a Twitch, but I haven't used it in a long time. But it's twitch.tv/Raniac/Kuchiri or the Kuchiri. Is it the Kuchiri still?
Yeah, because they won't let me drop the from the name. Because
I
own both Kuchiri and the Kuchiri, and I deleted Kuchiri because I wanted my actual affiliate channel to be, just Kuchiri, and they still won't let me drop the.
Yeah, and the computer said no. But twitch.tv/Freezing Inferno and twitch.tv/Concave Usurper.
Stardew Sundays, Mystery Mondays.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but thank you.
Yeah.
You can also read books from our great friends. So buy Back to the Unveiled Volumes 1, 2, and soon to be Volume 3 by Lena Fenrir McTeer, by The Terror for the Trees by Sean Dillon, and by Shadow of the Gallifreyan Volume 1, which implies that Volume 2 might be coming in the future sometime, or it might not, by, among other people, Lena and Sean and Freezing Inferno.
Have you read that yet?
Not yet, no.
I see.
Well, gee, what am I might be getting for Christmas this year.
A mirror.
Another one?
Don't tell him what I'm getting him.
No, I will never see what she's going to get me for Christmas coming, because I never do.
Damn it. Well, I mean, you might if you look in the mirror.
We'll see. We'll see. The thing about Rain is he doesn't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing he needs.
I'm going to tell you right now that I went shopping for Christmas this Wednesday with my dad to a place called Cheshire Oaks, and that song played for the first time. I nearly passed out.
Yeah, the Pavlovian response.
I nearly passed out. Then I started laughing. I went, "Oh God, Cat's going to be so happy."
He starts hearing Mariah Carey just goes, "God damn it, Cat!" And his dad's like, "What?"
The Funko Pop is loose.
Nothing.
It's just like how when Kat goes shopping and she hears 8675309, she bursts into uncontrollable laughter.
No, I start singing along.
Oh, well, that sounds fun. Why don't we do it? 8675309.
I wear earbuds and I can take them out until your little thing stops moving.
Oh my God.
Kat, if I have a hassle boyfriend, make absolutely no reply to this.
I can hear you and I will make a reply to it.
God
Busted.
You win this round, usurper.
Well, we know what Cat's picking for Christmas this year.
Say goodnight, Rainiac.
Good night, Rainiac. And join us next time for Patrick Troughton in The Power of the Daleks.
Yeah.
Good night, all.
Until then, bye for now.
Good night, Rainiac.
No, we just said that, but...
Good night, Rainiac.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Eat your teeth.
What?